The time it takes, and all of you know, to reach a mining right, it's a painful time. It's a red tape time. And sometimes you ask yourself, does the government understand that investors don't have patience for that long time they will have to take to reach the mining right? It takes a long time. The time it takes to get water rights, it's a big headache. We all know it. The issue of illegal minings. 3 weeks ago, I met with our Minister of Mining, and I discussed these issues with him to try and say to him, listen, colleague, be sensitive to the expectations of business in this sector and investors who want to invest in this sector, especially with regard to the last issue of illegal mining, especially in the Eastern Limb, where it's really predominant. I said to him, do you understand what's really happening? Will you please go there and look what's happening? These guys are mining with the other metal like any one of us, yet they have no rights, they don't pay royalties, they don't pay tax. We all struggle for these rights and pay for royalties and pay tax. I said, please, you have to intervene if you want to create investor confidence in the mining sector. No sector is more in need of long-term policy certainty than this sector. In short, we need a change in political leadership and at the same time, a massive infusion of immediacy in the rollout of our government programs within the context of reshaped economic policy. South Africa, the country that we all love, is in dire need of dramatic political and economic changes. At the very least, we need a new political leadership, changes in our economic policy, urgent changes in our education system, and consensus between all stakeholders on how we revive the rainbow spirit in our nation. The only of the 3 centers of constitutional power that is functioning is the judiciary. And the judiciary has distinguished itself very eminently and continue to give every South African comfort and security. The President and others have, without giving any detail, spoken of radical economic transformation. What we have seen under this President's leadership would be better described as radical economic looting, leading to radical decline and uncertainty. After apartheid, and I choose my words very carefully, I regard the Zuma-Gupta scandal as the worst crime ever against the people of South Africa. We need leaders who understand that South Africa belongs to all who live in it. To attract the kind of foreign investment that we need so badly, we need to, and I'm going to list these things, to treat education, each and every form of it, as a national key strategic project, and ask leaders from the private sector to join government to fund and execute educational programs of the highest excellence, to reinvest in programs that focus on practical reconciliation between all the citizens of South Africa. We do need reconciliation. We do need nation building. Our constitution enjoins us to do so. We come from a difficult past, and we should not tinker around with Mandela legacy, in my view. To redefine our economic strategy to incentivize the private sector and foreign investors to create jobs in the short term. To fast-track our public works programs. To appoint an independent commission to speedily investigate all forms of public sector corruption. To fast-track our renewable energy program. To ensure that key information technology programs such as broadband rollout are not imprisoned in indecision for years. To appoint a totally new leadership to ESCOM, to streamline our economic departments into an understandable, effective, and energetic structure. To come to an agreement with private sector after proper consultation that much needed expertise, including that of retired public sector leaders, will be seconded back to government. It makes me sick when I find one of our experts in Toronto or in Perth having left the country because he feared for his children's future. We need to negotiate charters which satisfies stakeholders and not continue to change the rules of the game in the middle of the game. The strategic uncertainty and the non-consultative nature of the current policy process does not help investment in the mining sector. The leaders in this country, the people in this country, the ideas and the resources to make South Africa the miracle that we all believed in 1994. We need to reach deep within ourselves to resuscitate that dream again.